Now I got audio. Forgot to turn the mic on. So today we're going to do, sorry to be distracted here as I pull up my feed, so I want to make sure it's broadcasting. There I am. See if I got sound. Weird looking at yourself 20 seconds in the past. Huh, I'm not hearing anything. Well, maybe it's working. If it's not working, let me know. If you can't hear me, say something. Because I don't know why it wouldn't be. I can see me moving on there, but nothing's coming out of my. Yeah, it's set to come out of the iPhone, so I'm assuming it's coming through. If not, somebody will tell me. Won't you? Guess I could bring it up over here. Twitch Inception. You're live. Whoa! I gained 4 followers. I'm 53 followers. Holy crap. That's amazing. Now, I want to see my stream. I don't want to see this. How do I see my stream? Okay, there it is. Okay, so I do have sound. Whoa, Inception, Inception, Inception. Okay, get out of here. So, today's challenge. We are giving a text file. I've already got it all set up. There's 300 lines in it, and each line has this gobbledygook. We're talking about they're making this be like the contents of a rucksack, and halfway through the string is the first compartment and the second compartment. So all we have to do is find out what is in the first compartment and the second compartment. There's only going to be one item. So in this first one, it divides it up right here. So it's this half and this half. So there's only one letter. P is in both items. None of these other letters are. So once we find that, we add up a score for each one, and P is worth 16. So we go through that whole 300 lines and add those up. So let's get these directions out of. Let's switch to the computer. Put the directions on the left side so I can see them. And I've also got, so today, I'm trying something new. We're going to try to do this in Fast Basic. I've done the other ones in the original Atari Basic. I would continue on with Atari Basic. The problem is it's just too slow. Every one of these challenges so far have had a 10K file with it that we have to go through, and it just takes forever. So we're going to try Fast Basic tonight and today, this afternoon. It's only 4:19 to see how much better it goes. So let's gotta remember and I've got the documentation up for that too. So save this as 3a dot base. Let's do FB so we know it's a fast basic program. Okay. So first of all, I was thinking how to, because I had this all set up so you guys don't have to sit there and listen to me think through everything. We have to give each one of those letters a point value. A through Z is 1 through 26 points, and then capital A through capital Z is 27 points through 52. So first of all, we need to set up, easiest way I thought to doing this is we set up an array based on their ASCII value. So when we look at lowercase a is 97, so if we look at the array element for 97, that's worth 1 point. So let's dimension array for priority. because that's what they call them. We'll say P. And we don't want to, let me pull up my help sheet here for Atari. Where is my, oh, I don't know what I do with my um, ATASCII chart. Atari uses a TASCII instead of ASCII, which it's basically identical. It has some additional characters because ASCII is only 127, but we go up to. So lowercase a is 97 up through 122. So let's dimension this for 122 because we're going to have, oh, and our dimensions, our arrays start at 0 or 1. Do 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 do. Arrays may hold ordered values. The index element goes from 0. Okay, so actually we just have to go up to 121 because we're going to start with 0. Now let's set up a comment. Set up points for. Sup, Murky? So let's loop through x equals 97 to 122. So this is lowercase a through lowercase z. And p for x. Oh. What? Shift I should insert a line. Moves the cursor. How do I insert a line? Oh. I just have to hit enter. I'm too used to the other. Hey, thanks, Joe. We're going to try to get through this. So the array, and we got to set up, we just need to use a temp variable for this, for the points. So y equals 1. So the array for p for x equals y. And to make it easier, so we don't have to do this twice, we need to do 65, which is 32 less than this for the capital A through Z. So if we do P for x minus 32 equals y plus 26. And that should give me, yeah, because capital A starts at 27. Increment y. Next. So when this is all said and done, I should have that array with all the points set up. So when I go through my string, I can just look up the ASCII character and it'll tell me how many points that ASCII character is worth. Sweet. Save it. Save often. So this program here, we have to go through this random length of strings. It's in this data file, split it in half, and then see which letter is in both halves. So I'm just going to brute force it and go through the string one at a time and see if pick the first letter and then go through the last half. Hey, thanks for the link, Joe. So we need to open our data file for reading. Rucksack.txt. Line. Now let's just print that line string to see what it looks like. Oh, I want to repeat this until error. How do I do errors or end a file? Don't you love watching somebody learn how to do error? Returns the last input output error. Okay, so repeat until error does not equal, oops, does not equal 1. Save it. Well, I'm going to run it now because it should then go through and print out all of our lines. There's all of our lines in that file. That's just great. Okay, so we're getting those incorrect. Now, yesterday I spent so much time because I had bad data. So my first thing I'm going to do is procedure error print error and procedure. Is that right? I'm learning fast basic as we go here, so bear with me as I learn how to do this. Yeah, that was right. Okay. If length of line string mod 2 does not equal 0, then at at error. Wonder if that'll work. So it's going to go. Nope, it doesn't like that. What doesn't it like there? This part? Okay, that's fine. We're going to go through because all these lines have to be even length. Yesterday, I lost 20 minutes in this challenge because my input file, I didn't transfer it correctly. So this way, at least we'll be able to check to make sure the lines are all even. So now it's going to go through. Oh, 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 oh. Son of a biscuit. Okay, what didn't you like? Why didn't you like that L equals 1? Okay. Fudge. Okay, so it's going to print out the line number if there's an error. But you know, we might have been getting that error. Yeah, okay. So there's no errors because it starts out at line 302. So the file's fine. Every line is an even length. So we can get rid of this line. So now that we have the line, we have to find the length of it. Uh, no, I want to use L. Line length equals length of line string. And now we go through the line until we match. Oh, we go through the line. So we start at string start at 0 or 1. I wish these languages would all stay the same. String returns string, strings. The first byte storing the string length and the following byte storing. Okay, so they start at 1. So for x equals 1, 2, LL divided by 2. So if it's 16, it's going to go to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which should be fine. And then we have to start at LL divided by 2. Let's make this a little easy for us. If line string for bracket. Sysform selects all characters from start up to the end of the string. Start and length. So we want if line string for x, comma 1 equals line string for y, comma 1. Whoops. Input won't include the terminator on this. And what does if then look like? If print found it. Oh, it's still going to have to go through. You need to assign one of them to a temp variable first. Why would I need to do that? The buffer used for the new string is always the same. You can't compare two values without first assigning them to a new variable. Ah. Well, thank you for thank you for pointing that out. Or I would have been I would have been yelling at that the whole time. All right, so let me F equals line string of 1, 1 comma mid. Actually, left equals line string from 1 comma mid, right equals line string of mid plus 1 comma line length. There's my variables. So here, left equals right, t equals t plus p ASCII of left string x comma 1. Yeah, I would have thought that forever. Glad you pointed that out. Okay. And if next y, next x. Okay. It's still going to loop through the entire string even after it finds it, which I don't like. But print total equals str string of t. Okay. So read the line, increment our L so we know which line we're on, find the length of the line, find the middle of the line, make left equals the left half, right equals the right half, then go through the left half, letter at the time, comparing it to each letter in the right half until you find it. Put some debug information in here. Okay. Save that bad boy. Oh, fudge. Now, for some reason, it doesn't like it when I don't change the line before I save it. Okay. I don't need that procedure. I'm not running it anyway. Oh. And to be a good programmer, close my files when I'm done. Run it. Oh, parse error. Didn't like that. Left equals line string. Oh, gosh darn it. Nope, that's right. Oh. I've been using Python too long. Boy, Joe, that's plus 100 internet points for you today. Nope, still got something wrong. Doesn't like that mess there. ASCII of left string of x comma 1. Let's set that to a variable. It moves the cursor to where the error is. Letter equals string of x comma 1. And it's letter string. Gosh darn. Oh, oh, that could have been it. Oh, great. Why isn't the line number incrementing? Next X, and then repeat up to input 1, where I increment the line. Oh, I see what you mean. We can just use this, because I'm going to use this line anyway. How do I move that up? Where's that editor? Where's the editor commands? I think I can move that line up. Moves the cursor, reverts all. Sets the current line as a source for a copy. Okay. So I can copy that line, paste it there. Whoops. It's not where I wanted to paste it. Well, what? Where'd you get that line? Copy, paste. There we go. Letter string equals right string for y, comma 1, what length? Found it. Line, whatever line we're on. T, end that if, next y, next x, repeat. So why did that not? Oh, that's weird about the editor. Oh, that ain't good. It's not finding anything. That ain't good at all. Yeah, it should be. You're right. Or I could just leave that. I already made the change. Why do you do that? That's weird. No, parse error. It didn't like that construction. Oh, because I forgot that part. I need to remove some of these spaces. I'm so used to working in more than 40 columns that I like to leave a lot of. Uh, I like to put some spaces to make it look nice. Okay, so at least it's going through the file now. What I don't like is why is it finding things multiple times? Okay. The right string I'm just using as a variable. The left part of the left part of the string that we load in and the right part. Yeah, there isn't. I mean, regular basics might have that command. Fast basic does not, or I'd get an error message. But why is it finding multiple lines? Let's look at the string. Let's look at the line we're working with. Okay, the first one is 40 characters, and it's saying there's an F in both parts, which is correct. Wait, why is it saying line 2? Hmm. Okay, so that's why it's finding multiple, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. But look, there's multiple 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's multiple D's, and there shouldn't be on line 4. Yeah, so let me look at my data. Yeah. Just take twice to say it because why not? Okay. I had this problem before with multiple. What is that, line 3? Yeah, that is not my HMNSD. No. 1, 2, QPTPD. Yeah, mine data. Here, let me pull that over. Well, this isn't going well at all for me. Here's my data. And you look at this, there's a D, 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 D. There's several D's. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, there's one, two, there's three D's in both sides. Made a list of items. Every item type is the list of items for each rucksack is given as a character, all on a single line. So the first half, the second half. Now, it doesn't say that there is only, their example only has one item in each half, but it doesn't say find the item type that appears in both compartments. I'm at a loss. Their first example, it doesn't have a W in both halves though. One, two, how many is this? One, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It might appear in both halves multiple times. Well, see, in line 4, I have 3 D's on both sides. And down here, I have this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 to 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that just has one little V and one little V. This one right here, I don't understand why I have so many D's in that. Hmm. Only one item will appear in both halves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be B and B. Okay. Well, that makes it easier. So I just have to break out of my loop. Wish their examples would have had one with multiple um, lines in it. It would make things a little bit easier. So there, we just well, no, that won't work because it's not very efficient because it's still going to go through even if it finds everything. But so now it's just going to find it once. Nah. Oh, I don't have that if statement right. If condition. But there's no, it doesn't need a then. Fast Basic doesn't unless it's all on one line. Yeah. But I don't know why it's not and found equals zero. And actually, we need to put found equals zero up here. Oh, because you cannot, um, I don't think you can do that comparison if the variable's never been set. I thought I remembered reading that. Okay. Bad loop. Bad loop. Okay. Oh, I forgot my next Y. Well, that looks better. Go, buddy, go. Oh man, line 40. Use the example. Thought I was using the example. Okay, yeah, the fourth one does have multiple V's in it. Let's hope the math is right, or we have to sit there and yeah, halfway done. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could break out of the four next loops too, but using the found, it's not the most efficient way. 85 more lines. Steve, are you watching, Steve? I'm using Fast Basic today because I want it to be faster, and I have things like a repeat loop and while loops. I don't have to use go tos and deal with line numbers the entire time. If I have to run this again, I'm adding the code to turn off the screen, and I'll probably remark out the print statements. That'll speed it up. Nine more. Eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one. Why did it find an extra? Oh, oh, it's not breaking out. Well, crap. Yeah, it didn't end. It just kept on loading lines from something. I don't know what. There's no extra lines at the end of that file. Oh, that's a good idea. Use their data first, and then I go through the 300 different lines. Okay, for some reason it's not. Oh, here, I know what. There we go. Okay, let's remark out these print statements. Let me get this code right. SDM 559, I think is what it is. Yeah. So I get that number, poke into 559, comma 0. And then at the end, before I print poke into 559, comma SDM, that'll turn the screen. So if you're not familiar with the Ataris, the screen takes up 30% of the processing time. I can turn that off. But that means we'll see nothing while the program's running. So now the suspense kills you because you're just staring at a black screen, hoping it's running, don't know what's going on, hoping and praying, praying and hoping. Hopefully it'll go faster since we're not printing and we have the screen turned off. So I didn't time it out last time. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to grab their test data. And thanks to DH, I didn't even think about using just their test data first to make sure it's working. That's brilliant. I just feel stupid for not thinking of that. Because then we can test it a lot faster without it sitting here going through all this. Now, how can I get that over there fast? Probably just type it. Now the suspense is really killing you. Yeah, for those just joining, there's 7 people out there. The program's running right now. I turned off the screen to save speed. I mean, to speed it up. And hopefully we'll get something here at the end. I'm just kicking myself for not thinking of, hey, we got a number. Here, let's put that number in and see if that is the correct answer. 25503. That's not the right answer. It's too high. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is how we did it old school. Fudge! Forgot to turn my caps lock off. VJRWP WTWJG WRHCS FMM FFFHFP JQHRNQR JQZJ capital GDLGLRS. Is it even legal what you do? GDLGLRS FMFFZS RLRF. This is how we used to do it back in the day. We didn't have copy and paste. We didn't have fancy anything. You did it the hard way, young whippersnappers. So once we have the smaller data, we can print out each line because we know what the answer should be. So tomorrow's challenge, I'll be sure I put this in first. because that's just, it's brilliant. And I'm kicking myself for not thinking of it. Two more lines, and then I'm done. R, G, J, Q, C, T, T, Z, T, Z, T. Last line. C, R, Z, S, J, S, E, P, Z, S, G, Z, W, W, S, L, W, L, M, P, W, M, D, W. Sample, dot text. Okay. Now let's load our program back in. See, that didn't take me that long. Don't turn off our screen. I want to print out that score. ST. P for ASCII of letter string. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. Okay, this should go a lot faster now. Man, why didn't I think of that before? Total should be 157. Okay, so first of all, I notice it's not getting my one line. Maybe we need to go to 101. Why isn't it printing my score? Oh, look, my code is right. So it was because I was only going to line 300, not 301. Because that's the sum is 157. Sweet. So let's load in. Let's change this to 301. Oh, then we have to sit there and watch it. Watch it in the dark. Oh, that's why I didn't print the score. I still had that remarked out. Whoops. So I think it's just because I wasn't pulling up all of the lines. Okay. So it's going to, it should do it right now because I have the, okay. Save it, just be on the safe side. Run it. And now we're staring at a blank screen for another, how many minutes? How many minutes did that take last time? Wow, 10 viewers out there. That's hilarious. 10 viewers watching me suffer through this. And if it wasn't for DH over on IRC telling me to use the sample data, that's going to speed it up, especially when to do the second star, because I won't have to. I can just use the sample data to get it working and then load in the real data. Da da da. Today's episode brought to you by Diet Mountain Dew again. Ten viewers trying hard to support goes. I think that's the most I've ever had watching, or at least staying on. So kudos. You guys are the real legends. I'm just here because I have nothing else to do. I'm getting out of putting up Christmas decorations. I did put the tree together today. And I've got a time lapse of that. I'll post that sometime because it's the tree is one of those ones that has all the branches that you have to put in each branch individually, which seems to be a pain, but it was easier than typing in that sample data. And my phone's getting ready to die. Do I have a cable here? Nope, that's micro USB. Okay. 25533. 25533, right? 25533. Ah, answer is too high. So, oh shoot. But it works with the sample data. Hmm. Ah. Oh, I forgot. Forgot to comment those out so it doesn't blink the screen. Okay, where is my sample page here? 16, 38, 42, 22, 20, 19. Total 157. So, why does the real data not work? Yeah, I'm stumped too. I'm assuming my data file is incorrect, is where I'm leaning at now. So we're going to go see how many lines are in it. So there's line 1. And I don't know if there's a page down. I used Altira to Atari emulator, you can import a text file directly into a ATR image. And then I load the ATR image onto my. So there's line 300. So there's 300 lines in it. Listen to that sound. That's great. So my code is correct. The only difference would be the number of lines. Oh, look, we start out line equals 1, and that should be line equals 0. Because we increment it and make it 1 right away. Could that be my issue? But I did, and then go to line 301. We're not turning off the screen this time. We're going to enjoy and watch those numbers come up. Oh my goodness. It's even slower. I want you to take a moment to enjoy what 1.8 megahertz of power can do. We're going to compile this and then run it. Do, 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 do. What? Oh, because I put a stupid character there. What? See how much faster this is running compiled. Seems to be a little faster. 11 viewers. Woohoo! Watching the numbers go by. Using a modern machine, you wouldn't. It's only 10K worth of data. You wouldn't think it would be that painful to try it on one of these older machines, but it is. It could be faster if I would load it all into memory first, because right now we're loading each line from the drive, and the drive is compact flash, so that shouldn't be a speed issue. But it does take a little bit of time to load that in, versus if I would use like a binary get and pull it all into memory and then parse it from there. At least now we'll see, because maybe we can play with the numbers at the end and get close. Oh, halfway there. And I want to commend the advent of code people. These puzzles are simple enough that I can do them on the old Atari, but I really like it. And I like how each person gets different data, so you can't really just steal somebody else's answer. Um, Z should be is uh uh no, lowercase z is only 26 points. But look, N, capital N is 40, capital L is 38, and I think those are wrong. No, I got the right answers from the other one. Yeah, capital Z would be 52. It said ZZ2772. Yeah, I have no idea what that would be. Here, I'll watch and see if a lowercase z comes up again. Oh, look. So working on line. But that's what I put in last time, right? 25,533, and that's not the correct answer. So the lowercase z might be incorrect. Let's run that again. Let's watch the. Because lowercase z should be 26. No, that's capital Z. Well, let's look at that because maybe. Yeah, look at that. 27,668. What? Uh, well, when you're running it compiled, you can't break out of it. 97 to 122. Y, P for X, print P for ASCII of Z. And I want this to be a lowercase z. I like that on one line. So it's 26. So what? Whatever. I get that many people and now I got spam. Sweet. I don't want followers. I got my 54 followers now. Woohoo! So for some reason, let's see what that pops up again this time. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, look, 27,668. Why would that number be so big? It should be 27. Where's it getting the 668? But up here, 121. But that would affect the capital Z because lowercase a through Z is ASCII 97 through 122. So maybe here. That's what I just did. I try to optimize it. I shouldn't try to optimize it all. Well, I should try to optimize a little. Do 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 do. I need like the. I always wanted to. I think the William Tell overture needs to play at this time while you're waiting. There we go. 26. Sweet. It might have just been going over the array. Oh yeah, it would have gone over the array because 122. I was thinking I started on zero, so I only need to go up to 121, but I need to go up to 122. Good catch, man. If Joe wasn't here today, I would be way, way behind. So let's see if we got a good answer. A third of the way done. I should have typed huzzah instead of found it. Lazy spaces, hey. We're getting up to halfway done. There we are, halfway done. And look, lowercase z is 26 and not 22,000. Well, and it's you got to see the whole thing too. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. H&M. It's not the most high quality of shirts, but it'll work. I've been digging out all my Christmas shirts for these. Woohoo! 2/3 of the way done. Go, go, go. How do I manage my chat? Yeah, I'll go visit Miniscript. How do I kick this one guy out? Ban. There you go. See ya. Spam. Bye bye. Christian is out of here. Come on. So even with their sample test, it didn't help me because of my bug. 7581. Okay. 7581. 7581. Woohoo! Awesome sauce. Let's do part two now. The elves come to you safety. The elves are divided into groups of three. Every elf carries a badge that identifies their group. For efficiency, within each group of the three elves, the badge is the only type carried by all three elves. Oh my goodness. Find the item type that corresponds to the Oh my goodness. My head hurts. Each set of 3 lines in your list corresponds to a single group, but each group can have different badge type. Okay, so we can still use my sample code as we write this out. My sample text file. Oh, see you, Joe. Thanks for coming. Okay, so let us switch back to my Atari. Bring up those directions over here. Okay, so this part's done. We're going to need this code though because the points are the same. So let's save this as B. So I've got to let's okay, lines equals 6 because we're going to use my sample data. First challenge is done. I had a little problem with dimensioning my array, but the first challenge is done. So now we are working on the second one, which is a little bit more confusing. So I've got to go through okay, so each group could have so I'm looking at these in groups of 3. So input L1, input number 1, comma L2, input number 1, comma L3. Yeah, those take off by 1 errors suck. Get rid of these. So I've got to go through and find the one letter that's in each of the other 2 bags. How would I do that? I don't need any of these lines. So if I start going through L1, and I find a letter that's in L2, but then I have to go through L3 to see if that letter's in there. And if not, I have to keep on going through line 2 until I find one that's in line 2 and line 3. What's the best way of doing this? Badge equals L1 string of x comma 1. I don't want that line there. If, whoops, gosh darn it, B string. Got to remember to put the string after it. For y equals 1 to length of L2 string. If L2 string comma 1 equals, if L2 string of equals B string, then we have to go through L3, Z equals 1 to length of L3 string. If L3 string for Z comma 1 equals B string, that means we found it. And found equals 0. Total equals print found it. Total equals total plus P for ASCII of B string. And found equals 1. And if next Z, next Y, next X. Okay, so I go through the first string, see if it's the letters in the second string, and if it is, then I go through the last string and see if it's there. And if it is, I say found it, I add it in. I still loop through everything, but that's fine. And then once that's done, I go up and put 3 more lines. Ah, bad loop. Why is that a bad loop? Oh, I don't have my other if in there. Okay, so I input 3 lines for the 3 rucksacks and I find the one letter that's in all 3 bags. And I'm trying out my sample data here first. Some of these is 70. So my code should work. Oh, wait a second. L equals L plus 3. Okay, let's see how this is going. Yeah, bond it. Okay, that is correct. 7. Boy, let's see this how this goes. This will be a lot faster than I did the first one. Rucksack. And we need to. Let's do a G for a group. And then each round through, we will increment G just to give us an idea of what we're working on. Working on group. Okay, now sit back and relax because we got to go count up to 100 here. Oh, the anticipation. 20% done. 22% done. 30% done. I had a terminal program back in the late 80s, early 90s for BBSing that during downloads would let you play Breakout. It wasn't a very good game of Breakout, but gave you something to do while you're waiting for downloads to finish. I do like working in Fast Basic better than Atari Basic just because I don't have to mess around with line numbers. Man, those line numbers are a pain. Halfway done. Yeah, if you're doing this on a modern machine, I bet you can whip through these things and pretty quickly. because you can also do a lot more testing. I mean, you can also play around a lot more because it doesn't take you that long to run it. I like watching it chug along. Yep, that's what it's doing. It's chugging along. And the worst part is if it doesn't work, 70%. It doesn't work, you have to go back in, look to see what's going on. Downloads, especially at 300 baud. Man, 300. So I was on Genie for a while, and on my Atari, downloads at 300 baud when you're paying by the hour. And at home, I was also paying long distance. So I had a long distance charge and the Genie charge. So I didn't download a whole lot of 300 baud. Going from 300 to 1200 was amazing. Once we hit 9600, except for downloads, it was pretty much awesome. We did a lot of terminal stuff back then. Okay. 20 in the year 2525. 2525. We are going to transition so you guys can see me put that in and see if it's the correct one. 2525. Ooh, first time. Okay. Awesome sauce. Man, that's fun once you get into it. So, awesome. This is 3 day. I'm not going to promise I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to try to do it every day, but life gets in the way. But we'll see. So I'll do tomorrow's challenge sometime. Follow me on Mastodon or turn on the little notification bell on Twitch, which is where I'll post things, or on my website, goesgeek.com. Hey, thanks for watching.